What's up, folks? Here we are. Good time, festival, camp out, first person shooter commentary, part 2. Let's start this thing. Got the MacBook here, and we're just gonna play this thing, and I'm just gonna jaw about it. This one, bink, a little different than the first one. The bulk of both of these videos, now I told a deeper story about it in part 1, the commentary part 1. So, you know, if you're starting here, you might want to watch that first. You're going to get a little more story. Boy, I am just being lazy with this. I got my feet up. I'm just back on my couch. I hope you guys don't mind, do you? Or should I be more attentive like this? Is that better? I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It's Saturday and I kind of just want to sit here and veg, but I will be more attentive. Okay, here we are. This is the last of the kind of acoustic bands, and this is a Portland band called Fox and Bones, and I think they're freaking awesome. I photographed Cheryl, who is the female singer, in the last video. It was before they did this gig, and so now they're doing their set. This is, again, early in the day. There's Larissa, who played earlier down there. She's their fan dancing. You can see there's not much of an audience. It's like midday. People are just showing up for this whole thing. Very soon, you're going to see how many people actually did show up. It's pretty cool when it happened. I like these shots. I like the band. I like being on stage with them. I like just moving around. I put a lot of the shots in the video because I really like the band and I like what I got. I like the colors of their wardrobe. The sun's shining right on them, and I like the lighting. I don't know, this is rad. And I like being on stage during, you know, and I'm sitting there and I'm kind of moving my focus point between her, as she's looking at him, or him. And I love just the shallow depth of field that this 1.7 Summilux lens gives me. This Q2, man, it is such a cool camera for this kind of stuff. Like, it is so freaking good for this stuff. And sure, sometimes you want to be maybe a little longer, like maybe you want a 35 or a 50, but it is so freaking versatile. You can see enough of the environment. You can get close and really isolate your subject. Yeah. So what else can I tell you about the camera? I talked a lot about like my shooting settings in the first video, so I'm not going to rehash that. But I will say this, I'm going to get comfortable. Yeah, I don't want to sit forward like that. I'm just feeling kind of lazy. I'm putting my feet up. I got the video playing in front of me. I can see it, so I'll just comment on it. But I'm just kind of doing the lazy video here. I mean, really, you're just listening to my voice anyways. But I will tell you how I approach this is like I'm thinking I like how the male singer is just sitting on the stage listening to her. That was cool. And there's like a mic down there he was singing into sometimes. I don't know that I really captured him down there sitting on the floor that well, but I think it was kind of cool that that's how they were doing this song. Then I go vertical. So I'm shooting vertical with the camera, and so it turns the video on its side, which I don't mind. I just leave it all how it is. Who cares? This is just very raw, and I just kind of want you guys to see what I'm doing. There's the brim of my hat. Kind of weird. Oh, now we're into the fire dancers. Once I learned this was happening, I got so excited. Now, but let me back up. I approach each one of these little events like the bands or the fire dancers. I'm trying to tell a story, which means I'm trying to get a series of shots that maybe you could take 3 or 4 or 5 shots and it would tell a deeper story. That's what I'm trying to do. It doesn't mean I'm succeeding at that, but I'm moving around. I'm trying to get different angles, different points of view, different framings so that you can have a series of shots that tell a story. Now here, I didn't put my settings on screen, but I'm at about I think a half second or maybe even a full second shutter. So the shutter is open for a long time, and I wanted to get a motion blur of the frames. Now, I don't think I really had my settings where they needed to be, and if I could do this again, I would do it differently. I would probably I would have a quarter second shutter, maybe even 1/8 second shutter. But what I did is I went all the way down to, I think, like an F10 or maybe even F16 so that I could open the shutter up and I could, have a dark enough exposure. But I wanted those light streaks, and I wanted to see the motion of the flames rather than just freeze the image. Really, if I could do this again, I would have a flash. Maybe I would hold a flash up here. I would have a transmitter on the camera. I would hold a flash over here, and I would do that. And so then I would probably drag the shutter, maybe a quarter to a half second, but the flash would pop the subject and freeze it. And then outside of that, you would get the motion blur. So I don't know. I was experimenting here. There's Jazz. You see her in the first video. Talented little girl. But I was experimenting. At this point, I was a little tired. That is Ishani, the fire dancer. Beautiful, talented, amazing costumes that she makes. And she does this, I don't know, for a living, or she's fire dancing all the time. You should look at her Instagram that I do put on screen here at some point, and go to her page. She is freaking badass. And there we go. So I'm doing these streaky kind of shots on purpose. I don't think I really pulled it off, but I'm not here to these videos for me are not like, look how much of a badass photographer I am. Honestly, what I'm doing is just trying to show you what's possible, inspire you, tell you that, look, if I don't know how to do something, and I hadn't really ever photographed fire dancers like this before, I just got in there and started doing it. By the time I figured it out, it was over and it was done and it was too late, and I didn't quite get the kind of images that maybe I would prefer, but that's okay. Look, it's fine. Get in there, do the best you can. You're gonna fuck up. Ooh, sorry for the F-bomb. You're gonna make some mistakes. Try. I learned a lot, and next time I'm around fire dancers, there's Ishani again. I'm going to know what I need to do, and I'm going to do better, and I'm going to get better images. So, I don't know. That's my story. Now, it's starting to pick up, okay? This is the second day coming into evening, and there's a lot more people there, and we're getting a couple of the headlining bands. That dude had a dress on and a wig and a beard, and he was really interested in my Leica, which I cut out the conversation because who cares, but he was really interested in my camera. I remember. This band is called Family Mystic, and they really brought in a pretty big crowd. Oh, there's me. Someone's holding my camera. Maybe that's the dude with the beard and the dress. Oh yeah, I was in the video. I think I just gave him the camera and said, here, check it out. But yeah, this is day 2. We're about to see the headlining bands, the last couple bands. So that dude is asking, he's like, hey, are you filming while you're, he really caught on. Some people see the GoPro that's attached to my camera and they clue in, and some people are I don't know, too nervous to ask. Some people just want to ask. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm doing video, doing stills, whatever. There's Jazz, who you've seen before. She's dancing with this hula hoop, and so I got some shots of her. Great energy. Journey with Jazz. You can find her on the Instagram. It's cool, that big trailer that was hand painted, and they had that big blow up octopus on top of it. In the middle of the day, that was in front of the stage, and there was DJs playing inside of the octopus. It was pretty cool. I just didn't put any of that stuff in the video. There was a lot of stuff that happened and went down that is not in the video. I just kind of picked the greatest hits, or the stuff that I thought you guys would like the most of. Yeah. But I'm just moving around. I'm in a good mood. I'm having fun. I'm trying to have some laughs. At this point, I've been there for 2-3 days, so I know a lot of the people. They know me. They're used to seeing me, and we have a rapport, and I like that. It's oh, we've all been doing this for 2-3 days. We're all having a kind of communal but separate experience, and yeah, this gal, she had this film camera, which you see in her hand, and it had jammed up on her or something, so I helped her unjam it, and she had just gotten it and was trying to figure out how to use it, and then it jammed up, and I just started a conversation with her because I saw that she was shooting film, and I do, of course, and anyways, that was the story of her. Now this is the band Family Mystic. This dude's got some freaking sequiny hot pants and a sequiny shirt, pretty dope. I don't know if I'm the kind of guy that would wear that, but dude, bravo to that guy. This band was like full of good energy, just having a good time. I actually took a crap ton of photos of them, which a lot of them are not in the video, but had a great time photographing that band. And they just like really brought out a crowd. Everyone is like dancing and having a great time. Tried to show that. It's late in the day, it's a little cooler, it's nice. And then so I'm up on stage and with the band, then I go out and I move around and I photograph people, and then I'll go back to the stage and go back to the band. I don't know, just moving around, just seeing what's happening. This gal had a little merch booth. She was selling like these cool hats and cool clothing that she made. All kinds of cool characters, as you can see. Okay, now we're into the headlining band. Now, this is notable, okay? I had never heard this band before or even heard of them. They're called Dirtwire. Go to their Instagram and follow them. Go to their webpage. Go to YouTube, look at some videos. This band freaking blew me away. They're playing all these crazy different instruments. Oh, look at this gal. She's like dressed like or made up like a fawn. Super rad. They're playing drums, they're playing guitars, violins, crazy weird stringed instruments, mouth harps. Like, this music was freaking insane. For me, it was a revelation. I had never heard them before, and just the beats, the rhythms, the sounds, what they were doing, it was freaking amazing. That's Mark. I actually met him the next day. I really want to work with this band. I want to do something with them. I took, I don't know, a few hundred pictures of them, and they're a big part of the back half of this video. But just incredible music, incredible musicians. What they were doing, it just frickin' blew me away. Yeah, he's doing some kind of weird mouth thing over there. They've got drums, violins, pretty good crowd out there at this point. And I'm just at the back of the stage trying to tell the whole story, trying to capture it. I'm pretty exhausted at this point. I'm tired. I've been in the hot sun for like 3 days. But I don't know, the music tends to energize you. They didn't seem to mind, and so I just got up on stage and I got right in everybody's face. I don't know, I really like some of these pictures. I have since downloaded, because I don't really do the Spotify thing, you guys. Maybe it's because I'm old, but if I like a band, I just freaking download their music to my phone. Now, I know that's probably stupid and the more expensive way to go, but whatever. I'm old. That's how I do it. I downloaded like 3 or 4 of Dirtwire's albums, and I've been just listening to them nonstop. I think their music is freaking insane. They're like my favorite thing now. It's just, the sun has just gone down, the lights are coming on. They played and played and played, and people were so into it. Again, trying to get a sense of the environment, trying to show the stage, trying to show different people. This dude was crazy. Check him out, check him out. Woo! I took a lot of pictures of that dude. I just put a couple in the video. But I like it. It's so fun when you get in front of somebody and then they see what you're trying to do and they just give you their energy. I just love it. I love it. I love doing this kind of photography. I'm just saying, you guys who are interested in photography and you want to do this kind of thing, just get out there, mix it up, bring your camera. Your camera will connect you to people, and it'll open doors. Now, some people will shy away from a camera, and that's fine. Just let them. Don't force yourself on anybody. But go in there, smile, have a big smile on your face, move around, talk to people, high five them, give them a hug if it seems appropriate. Don't be a creep. Hold it up. Just start taking pictures. See what kind of interactions you can have. See what kind of friends you can make. See what kind of fun you can have. This is, to me, the funnest thing. There's Ninja again. You saw him in part 1. He's there taking pictures of Dirtwire, and he's got this kind of Asian-themed costume. What a cool dude Ninja is. Look at that. Look at that. What is that thing he's playing? I don't even freaking know, but it sounds amazing. It's kind of like a banjo, kind of, I don't know. This band is freaking amazing. Have I mentioned that? And there's a Shawnee again. You saw her earlier. And she's over here on the side of the stage, fire dancing, live to their music. So amazing. I learned from day one to not have my shutter dragon so much. See, like what I talked about earlier. I did learn how to do better. I don't know, this setting isn't as cool. I want to shoot more fire dancing, and I want to have the right setting, the right light, and but you know, here it's just, this is documentary photography. These are all just moments that are happening. They're never going to happen again. The moments occur and they pass away, and if you miss it, you miss it. And so, you know, I'm looking for more moments. There's a little group of these girls all with their awesome costumes on. Of course, I wanted to photograph them. Big smiles, everybody's happy. This is so fun. I asked them to all come over here so I could just get like a group shot with a cool background. I did that a lot with different people, as you saw in the other video. Went into the trees, pull people aside, try and do something a little different and special. And then I just, boom, quick, got single portraits of each of them. Boom, 1 or 2 shots, pick the best one. Boom, boom, boom. Don't waste any time. Great energy, everyone's having fun, everyone's more than willing to get their picture taken. I love the costumes. It's the funnest part for me. I think we're exchanging some kind of Instagram information or something. And here's Ninja with his Asian themed costume. What a handsome dude. He's taking off his camera bag. How can you not photograph that dude? How cool does he look? You just can't not do it. Amazing. Apparently I was really into black and white with these. The camera is set. I have the JPEG settings set to black and white. So everything that I see is in black and white. But I'm shooting RAW, so I have the option with the images, and I don't capture JPEGs. It's just in the camera you can set the JPEG settings to different picture profiles, different looks. There's like a natural look, a vivid look. Actually, I think, do I have my Q2 right here under my laptop in my little, yes I do, it's right here. I can tell you what what the picture settings are. Okay, yeah, there's like, there's standard, there's a vivid and natural, black and white, natural, black and white, high contrast. I'm usually, my setting is it's in the black and white natural. Not too contrasty, but I just have got to where, like when I'm photographing, I'm looking at the light anyways. I don't really care so much about the color information. I am looking at the light and the dark places, the contrast, and that's how I'm composing. Not that it matters a lot in this kind of situation, but I just love to see the world through black and white when I'm photographing. I love that one, the gal with the dreadlocks and the beanie. So great. Love all these faces and the makeup and the costumes. Let's see, what other tips can I give you guys while I'm here? This dude, check this dude out. He was rocking nothing but a loincloth for like 3 days and just dancing and just all by himself. He didn't seem to be with anyone else, just rocking the loincloth all day, every day. Here's the Shawnee fire dancing again. She's got some different props this time. So cool. These are just some snapshots. I don't know if they're the best images, but I just wanted to kind of capture what she was doing. You see a sense of the environment. I'm really, really keen to do some proper photography of some fire dancing that I can actually capture and do it kind of the way I want, the right setting, the right environment, maybe a little longer lens than what the Q2 has, maybe a different camera. That's something I want to try and make happen. I see some things in my head, and I'm really kind of wanting to realize that. Dirtwire is still rocking. You can tell I'm pretty sweaty at this point. It's still pretty hot out. I say it a lot on the channel. Get out there. You might be shy. You might feel apprehensive. You might feel nervous. If you are a photographer or a storyteller or you want to be one, you just have to go do it. So I feel lucky that I had the opportunity to capture this event, and I did because my sister-in-law put it on. But you know, you could do something like this in your, even if you're in some small town and there's like, you know, maybe there's a swap meet or there's, you know, some local bands playing in the park. Just get out there and start interacting with people and start just figuring out how to tell a story out of an event. And because that's what photography is. It's storytelling. Now, I took several thousand photos at this event. I think there's probably, I don't know, there's maybe 8 or 10 that I really, really, really love, that I think are good photos. For the most part, I'm just taking snapshots. I'm trying to capture the spirit of the event. I'm trying to keep things in focus. I'm trying to expose properly. Most of this stuff is not, it's not groundbreaking or special. It's nothing that anyone couldn't do. I did have access, but you know, I'm just moving around, trying to be in different places and trying to be in the right spot when something magical happens. Occasionally, I think something magical happens. Now, occasionally, I just get a particularly amazing portrait. It's getting dark now. But you know, you have to be out there and you have to be in the spot. I love this contrasty black and white one. You have to be there to capture the magic. And if you're not ready, if you're not poised and you're not experienced, you gotta get all these bad photos out of the way, and you've gotta be dialed. It's like I wasn't so dialed with the fire dancing. I didn't really get any pictures of that are amazing, and that bums me out because it was so cool. Here's the barbarians again that you saw at the end of the first video. Again, if you haven't seen the first video, there's some other amazing shots of these people. But anyways, you're not always going to get, every photo is not going to be amazing. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. You're just going to be slightly on either side of the moment. But if you're out there and you're just crashing into every moment and you're trying to your darndest to get it, occasionally you will. Occasionally you'll capture something magical that is kind of like lightning in a bottle. Dirtwire is getting close to the close of their show. Anyways, that's all I'm preaching. Just get out there, make a lot of mistakes, do better. Don't try and do what I'm doing. Don't try and do what anybody else is doing. Try and capture the world the way you see it or the way you want to see it. Capture it the way that you want to capture it. Okay, this was my favorite song. And this is Mark, who's there on the right. That's his wife. And they did a little EP with her singing. He told me the story about it the next day. This song just frickin' crushed me. It's so beautiful. The very next day I downloaded the EP. It's called Frija, I think, Frija, this song. It's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my entire frickin' life. I'm going to find it right now. Free. It's called Free. F-R-I. This is it. It's the first song on the Jarta EP. Okay, here we are. We're at the end of the show. So that was one of the last songs. At the end of it, the band left the stage and people started calling for like an encore. Well, they came back on the stage, they grabbed their drums and they climbed down into the audience and they sat down there for, it was over an hour, and did a drum circle. And you know, like they were, look at the dude dancing with the loincloth. There's another dude kind of the left side, just behind that drum on the left. I think that dude is just tripping balls, but he is deep in it. But the band, Dirtwire, they sat down there amongst all these people, and other people brought their own drums, and they just sat down there and did a drum circle for well over an hour. It was freaking amazing. DJs are waiting in the background to do some DJing. So that's it, folks. That was part 2 of my festival first-person shooter. Again, leave me a comment. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up. If you think you like what I'm doing here on the channel, give me a subscribe. I always appreciate that. Help out the frickin' stupid-ass algorithm or whatever it is. Yeah, that's it. I hope you liked it. Probably not going to be doing anything like this again anytime soon, but we'll be back very soon with some more photography adventures. All right, folks, thanks for watching. Take care out there. Get out there and crash into the world and take some pictures. All right, I've overstayed my welcome. See you soon.